Hi, hi. No way, commentary. Whoa. Everybody. Currently deciding warm-ups. Okay, warm-ups have been decided. There will be one. Alright, here we go. I'm loving the shenanigans happening in the game now. I'm logged in. Possible. Our AC running that PCM. Here's their green. Fine. That's so cool. Especially buying one in. I've also got a little bit too greedy with these perceptions that they look like. Warm-up will be going to Pierce. Yeah, they're talking about Geometry Dash in the game chat right now. Very sweet. You see the same thing but different for 5 minutes? Alright. I don't know, there's some pretty basic level choices in this chat right now. I'm wondering if I should like narrate this out to y'all or not. Oh no. Alright, getting into our match now. That was a TK attempt from Chair Stare. Fortunately, they misdropped, but what is happening to the bolts right now? Oh. they're still yapping right now. We are not locked in. Chair Stare's just gonna start doing some upstacking. They've got some very silly T-spin setups. Not gonna go for reserves though. I'm not sure if that's misdrops or sportsmanship, but this is going to be an STSD that is heavily blocking the well, and we see Sabulch with quite the intimidating trick lead right now. Jairstar is able to find the immediate survival. Sabulch still has a surge lead, but they're probably gonna have to break really soon. Oh. Oh my god, what a solve. We've never been so wrong. And Jairstar, it looks like they've never been so cooked. They at least do make it down to the final well. Now they're face to face with the 31 Spike of Doom and Despair. Gets the first eyepiece, the second. And unfortunately not able to find the cycle fast enough to survive. They were finally in the clear, yet those hesitations at the final moment is going to give that round to Sabulch. Very, very quick opener burst from Jairstar. Unfortunately, they are fighting the Pace Demon Sabulch right now, so all of that is just going to be spiked right back at them. A little bit of mech shape from Jairstar. Is that
That is indeed a TSD tower. They're going to get the tank, so they are not going to run out of material after this. Getting some shape in here as well. So Bolsh does not have a surge. Cherryster has just broken theirs. And that is a lot of cheese on Cherryster's side. They're gonna have to turn on the jets if they want to make it out of here. Sawbolch doesn't have any kind of kill pressure yet, but after tanking all this clean, that might change soon. Cherryster setting up an extremely greedy C-spin. That's an eye-dependent. Oh no! Classic misdrop. Forgets to rotate the T-piece the extra time. They took the simpler bail of just taking the C-spin without the actual full TST. Even that was not enough. Sawbolch does have the surge lead. STSD at the bottom of the board. Luckily they do avoid the 10%. They have quite the surge lead, but they are at the bottom, so they're looking to tank some clean. But Cherryster is starting to catch up on the surge, and use it as a defensive tool and bring us back to neutral. Ooh, that is a rough misdrop from Sawbolch. They find the correct 180 fix, but even then, still a whole line to get through. And Cherryster is now on the board. More mech shape from Cherryster going into that TST for TST tower. Ooh. Gonna get that 30% of their well, and yeah, you'll love to see it. Love to see it when swag gets rewarded. Style points do indeed equal real points. You've seen it here first. Just a normal STSD opener from Sawbolch. Honestly, that might be crazier than everything else I've seen in terms of opener. Unfortunately, they are gonna get hit with an eyepiece misdrop, so they're gonna have to do the most terrifying thing for a Pace Demon and outcycle the opponent. And the continued misdrops is going to tie our game up at 3-all. Going to a PCO. I don't even know what that is from Cherryster. Oh, sorry. Upside down TSB into STSD. Anytime I see an upside down TSD like that, I think of the shenanigans that Ferox does sometimes. The Bolsh is getting outcycled right now, but all that's going to do is give them a more clean to work with. Cherryster able to make it through the zipper and access their well, made it all the way to the bottom, and is now able to build surge freely. I say that, but then the misdrops is just gonna force that idea to go to waste. So Bolt's gonna break the surge just to try and cheese up Cherryster. They're successful in doing so. Now I was gonna say there's not too much of a threat, but Cherryster, once again, hesitating a little too hard, and that will cost them another point. So Bolsh will be taking this lead right back. Alright, Cherryster is back on their shenanigans. It's a quick TST tower. So let's just make it down to the well. Compromising the board state just a little bit to guarantee that they have the immediate survival. Gonna have to do that a little bit more. Luckily, Cherryster does not have a kill threat quite yet. Only to be a 10 spike. Finds the incomplete TST. But that's a 23 coming out from Sawbolch. Gonna put Cherryster in a very rough position. And another eyepiece misdrop from Cherryster. It would not have been a quad for maximum cancel, but still, they most definitely had a shot had they not misdropped. Going for a normal C-spin opener now. I think that was supposed to be a TST tower follow-up, but once again, foiled again by misdrops. Bolsh has quite the surge lead. Made it all the way up to 8. So Bolsh once again doubling the points of Cherryster. Old-fashioned 6-3 scoreline. Neither player would be 6th ranked for 6-3. But I guess we do have games to win, and Cherryster with an amazing opener game. 7-second round win with the Swag Tower shenanigans. Seems that one round was not a fluke. Style points do indeed equal real points. Another TST tower find from Chair Stare. They have the Surge that they're probably going to break soon as an offensive tool. It actually ends up being a misdrop fix. But the advantage is no more. Welch looking for the best down stack. They're going to find it. Chair Stare has some cycling to do. Will be entering 8-1, but their board state is fixed. Breaking the Surge, not necessarily because it's optimal, but because it just feels better with the spike, and they will be rewarded with a point for it. Welch was not expecting to break. And it looks like we are still seeing some kind of seesaw here. Just that instead of 1 point into 1 point, it's 3 points into 3 points. Just a wider swing. Ooh, that's an amazing sequence from Chair Stare. Unfortunately, it is not going to be lethal, and Sebulch just has all of this clean to keep unloading into Chair Stare. Cutting this seesaw in its tracks. Bringing the rhythm right back into their favor. Sebulch doing a little bit of mech shape. Gonna make sure to tank the TST tower rather than feed it. And they are going to be rewarded with the fattest column 7 known to man. I'm so sorry, Chair Stare. This game just hates you. You didn't deserve to get hit by that. Chair Stare's misdrops are gonna sort of catch up with them. Due to breaking backs back there, they're down like 3 surge. Both players are gonna reach 4 at the same time. Sebulch willingly entering the 8-1. Trying their best to find a clean solution out of this. Finally finds the counter for it. Chair Stare, unfortunately, not able to find that 4-surge threshold before they break their back-to-back. They no longer have access to a good defensive tool. And their best chance is to just stay as low as possible so they're ready for the tank. But Sebulch doesn't look like they're forced to break anytime soon. It's going to be completely out of their own volition. 11 Spike comes out from Chair Stare. And that is 41 from Sebulch. Valiant effort from Chair Stare, but it's simply not going to be enough. Sebulch has secured the clockwork lead of 9-5. Alright, Chair Stare's back on their shenanigans. Is this a Godspin variant? What? What? Huh? Oh my god, they got the 10% too, but the misdrop. Okay, the misdrop just ends up being a larger combo. Somehow Sebulch barely receives any cheese. So the style points aren't going to translate quite as effectively as we've seen in the past. Chair Stare is going to continue with the cheesing strategy, but Sebulch still getting extremely lucky with their garbage. Chair Stare building up Surge at the bottom of the board, staring down the 29 Spike. The T-piece misdrop! They had the cycle, they were fine, but foiled again by misdrops. Sebulch once again doubling the score lead. 10-5, match point. Hitting them with the AFK cannon opener. Unironically, I think all those misdrops from Chair Stare ended up being better than if Chair Stare actually successfully did their opener. Sebulch did not receive any clean, so the AFK cannon did not get any kind of benefit. They did find themselves with a Surge lead, though. It was very short-lived. Quite the misdrop from Chair Stare. They're not going to have the squad. Any kind of kill threat they had on Sebulch is nowhere to be found. Loving these floats from Chair Stare. They would get the last T-spin for the first 4-sword threshold. Likely will be used as an offensive tool. 18 Spike. And that is going to successfully overwhelm Sebulch. They're gonna have to take another 5 rounds in a row. Luckily, they don't have Deuce to worry about, but still a terrifying situation. Chair turns this into a very interesting board state. They have the float to fix, not even to try to counter 4 here. Gonna be staring down a surge disadvantage, but it's likely just going to be used as a defensive tool by this point. Will be taken as a triple. And Chair just has an insane surge lead right now. Unfortunately, breaks too early to find lethal. Not able to press the advantage. And that is a 10 combo 24 spike from Sebulch. Getting all the way down to the floor well. Very impressive find, but once again, not going to be lethal, but will at least equalize the scales. They're going to turn this into a counter 4, but they've got a little bit of a mix of cheese and clean on their board. They're just going to try and go for the out-cycle route. These misdrops are starting to add up. Luckily, they have made it to the point where it's only clean. Bolt's doing some micro combos right now, trying to cheese up Chair even more. They get zipper garbage on their wells. Luckily, they are still able to find access. That could have gone very poorly very quickly. Sebulch going to use their surge offensively, having the post-pressure of the combo to supplement it. Okay, yeah, Sebulch is really only trying to cheese right now. Foregoing any kind of clean sequence. Just wants to watch their squirm, apparently. Quite successful endeavors, too, looking at the garbage that Chair has accepted. Sebulch finally starting to cash out on the pressure at an amazing time. And that will be the set. GG's well played. Sebulch will be moving on. Hold on a minute, who beat Sebulch so early? Oh, that's Nuclear Bread. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, hold on a second. I'm sorry, I'm laughing so hard because Amber Doodle's name is John Downstack. This is cinema. The About Me John potential, man. Alright. I'm a fan. Let this be a lesson, Tetrio mains. If you're gonna change your name, at least make it funny. Right point, left point. I'm loving the banter that happens in the game chat. I'm wondering if I should read it out. I don't think I'm supposed to, but it's not that crazy, right? Nah. If y'all want to see it, you're gonna have to do the redeem to join the stream lobby. I'm gatekeeping it. But unfortunately for Sebulch, they will not be catching a break. They're gonna have to turn this into some kind of momentum. And they have the Gate Guardian, John Downstack, staring them down. Hold on, who beat John Downstack? God dang, wait. Why are we so stacked? Really silly situations we found ourselves in. I believe we're deliberating warm-up right now. FE beat John downstack? Gotcha. If I recall correctly, that's kind of an upset, isn't it? Oh, let me check Rocket. Okay, it is a 1-seed upset. Yeah, John downstack here has quite the mountain to climb and a reputation to uphold, so our Pace Demon Shabulch has a lot to worry about. They're close in skill. I mean, I'm gonna take your word for it for sure. Alright, Shabulch did have the damage lead, but John downstack does what John downstack does best, and they have made it all the way down to the column 7 well of Doom and Despair. Shabulch, one piece too far on the cycle. And the warm-up goes to John downstack. I can't keep a straight face saying this. I gotta say Amber, I'm so sorry. Or it was not shown on stream, god dang it. You just hear me yapping. But now it's time for our actual set. And that is a 5 PPS SDPC set. The Amberdoodle special. Shabulch does have the proper cancels, and they're even going to wait to make sure it does cancel. Right now, they really want to avoid giving Amber more material. And when they do, they're going to send it as cheese. Amber will be forced to break their surge just to fix their board state. And we're going to return right to neutral. Very nice sequences there from Shabulch to bring it back to where it was. But emphasis on was, because those misdrops are going to put them right back in the same situation with an even worse board state. First point goes to Amber. Alright, that SDPC spin's coming out again. Shabulch is all the way at the bottom of the board. They have quite the well as well. Both players going to be reaching the surge threshold at roughly the same time. But Shabulch is facing the out cycle of Doom and Despair right now. Because they weren't really lacking on their pressure, but Amber's just sending faster. Alright, they are able to find the down stack, but now they have to deal with the zipper. Makes it down to the floor well. Amber has quite a lot of upstack. And that is a very good identification from Amber that they are allowed to do this in this matchup. A lot of people would try to cash out a little bit too early and miss lethal. But Amber's going to maximize their chances every single time. And Shabulch, once again, getting the greatest well RNG known to man. Unfortunately, it's not going to be lethal, as John downstack finds the 7 combo. And there's no way Shabulch is outcycling that. Amber finds lethal once again. Is going to expand this opening lead to 2-0. Okay, so Shabulch looking the tank here. Dropping the "this is peak" in the chat. They are going to get the 4 lines, and they're going to get it in, like, the best well possible, as per usual. So, I was about to say, Shabulch really gotta start getting punished for some of these tanking decisions. One can only get away with so much, optimal or not. Gonna have an MS2 from Amber. Trying to make it to that 4 surge threshold before making any drastic decisions. Ooh, I think that was a misdrop on the LST attempt from Amber. Gonna have to worry about outcycling. They do have the burst in order to do so. Shabulch is able to find the 4 surge threshold. Unfortunately here, it's looking like it's going to be more of a defensive tool than anything else. Their garbage is in column 2, going to be very hard to work with. But even still, they're gonna find lethal. That's gonna push Sebulch on the board. Gonna be TKI versus SDPC spin. Sebulch really using that opener phase, canceling it to their benefit. They have all of the good wells, and they're gonna make sure the tail end of their spike is cheese. So now John's downstack is gonna have to downstack, and they're gonna have to do it quickly. Yep. That is indeed Andrew. That burst is insane. Sebulch once again using that opener phase canceling. Has the incomplete TST. Amberdoodle has a lot of options right now, but they are going to tank the cheese. It was maximum benefit as they are able to take the round from it. They screen watch for that, then extremely well played. Sebulch is able to find the counter for her, but there's one thing to learn already, that's not going to be enough. Amberdoodle has 9 surge and counting. Able to get pretty nice well transfers. Very, very greedy eye placement. I would not be surprised if the surge breaks soon. They have a little bit of free pressure, but not enough for lethal. Sebulch is going to completely rob that surge advantage. Looking for the best board seat to exercise it on. Maximizing their effective canceling. Looks like they're going for 30. They have a little bit of free pressure, even more post pressure. Oh no, the eyepiece misdrop! The lethal is no more! And you better believe that counter spike is on the table. Nice argument. Unfortunately, you did just misdrop against Amberdoodle. Is Sebulch gonna get this well every single time? Hold on. They cannot keep getting away with this. I mean, against Amberdoodle, it's definitely like they're gonna have to take everything they can get, but even still. Sebulch making sure that the tail end of their spike is cheese. But Amber did have the cancels ready. Words are hard. Amber is not able to find the out cycle, and Sebulch is going to successfully escape the Brazil. Bring our score to 2-6. MKO from Sebulch. Unfortunately not able to make the 4-surge threshold. They do not have access to any kind of significant defensive tools. Amber is in the 6-3. They're gonna break their surge first, making sure that Sebulch does not get any kind of clean. The counter fours are going to be a necessity here. Trying to maximize it, but once again, not making it to the 4-surge threshold. Out cycle of Doom and Despair. And there's more where that came from. They have to use both eyepieces on non-quads. Another eyepiece on a non-quad. And that L-piece misdrop is going to be nail in the coffin. And we're denying any kind of momentum Sebulch could have gotten from that previous round. Going right back into their famous 5 PPS SDPC spin. Sebulch is able to match the surge pacing, even able to cancel the incoming cheese. Oh no, once again, out cycle of Doom and Despair. The T-piece is 1 piece away. So close yet so far. Okay, 5.5 pieces per second. My bad, Amberdoodle. I gotta put some respect on your SDPC spin's name. Oh, the greed from Sebulch. They really wanted that 4-surge, trying to get that T-spin mini set up, but they had to just go down. They had the clean well to guarantee the survival. Too little, too late. Very nice bounce stacks from Sebulch. Not able to find any surge thresholds, but they are able to find the survivals. maximum down stack from Sebulge. That's going to be 8 combo all the way down to the floor. Getting pretty nice wells for their combos. Amber is in a very interesting situation. They are able to find proper fixes. That SP's misdrop is going to force them to trigger their spikes early. They have significant follow-up, and unfortunately Sebulge is taking their sweet time, seeing that they have already lost this round. Match point for Amber. STPC spin versus T-Guy once again. Sebulge finally does not get the well. Gonna take the more creative overhangless fix here. There is literally no way Amber was able to cycle through all of that, but they are going to fall to their own mistakes. SP's misdrop will clip spawn, giving Sebulge yet another point. They are going to have to take another 8 consecutive rounds. You've seen how hard it was to take 3. Taking an 8 without mistake is going to be very, very improbable. Really good tanking decision from Amber. They are going to be allowed to just start their sustain right now. Sebulge has the skim. Amber is at the bottom, so they actually have nothing to support their surge at the moment. The tank will change that. Sebulge is going to have to find their position extremely quickly. Finding the initial survival, finding the multiplier. Really going to make John Downstack work for it. But we're going to return to neutral. Alright. Very nice escape out of Column 9 of Doom and Despair from Sebulge there. And this right here is why Sebulge is our pace demon. Blocking this extremely well against all odds. Even able to maintain the surge throughout all of this. But Amber is going to start hitting the jets now, trying to make Sebulge break this defensively. They're successful. Sebulge having to use an eyepiece on non-quad while Amber is hitting the jets. That is not a good sign. Amber is able to get that force surge threshold. Trying to upstack while sending pressure at the same time. And they are going to find the lethal and the set. Well played. Okay, make the commentator say something. Alright, bet. The Johnny downstack with the Johnny upstack, Johnny surge finisher, the Johnny pandemic is being conducted. Hopefully that was satisfactory. I'm too tired to think of any jokes, says Sebulge. So true. I used to remember that the warm-ups don't get shown here before I start yapping over it. I might start yapping over it anyway. you get the radio commentary. Absolutely no visual. Cinema. What about John's side stack? I don't know, that might be some advanced tech. Nothing I've heard of before. Is that John 4-wide? Is that just an alias? This is the only thing I can think of. Preparing our next match. Run versus Effie. Seed 1 and 3 of the event. Playing in our winners finals. Quote flexing that they still have points for more redeems. The decision is yours. I'm just here. Apparently, John's side stack is top tester. Unfortunately, I am not aware of what this bit is referring to, but the fact that we actually do have somebody who can take this title is very silly. Wumbo, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Currently in winners finals of Strat right now. I should not abbreviate Stratosphere. Or shorten Stratosphere, rather. I don't think anybody does that. Maybe you shouldn't start. Hopefully your stream went well. Players have to do 4-wide mandatory? Is that how that works? No? Alright. Mandatory center forward. I don't know about that one. We're treating the Ty's appearance as if it's some kind of god that needs to be appeased. I don't think it's quite that, that intense. If somebody does do it, I'm gonna call it swag, but definitely not the expectation. Liberating warm-ups. Looks like we will be having a warm-up. Unfortunately, I don't think these get shown, but that is the plan. I'm still gonna yap about it anyway. Radio comms, let's go! Alright, immediate S-Beast misdrop from Effie. And Run is gonna have this TST at the bottom of the board. Effie has a lot of cheese on their board, or not quite a lot. But it is going to have a small zipper. Surges are currently 11-7, Run to Effie. Run forces to break from a not-so-great board state. Effie able to find a pretty clean tank at the bottom of the board. Neither player has a kill threat quite yet. Effie is still surging at the bottom, all the way up to 7 by this point. Getting a clean tank to supplement their offense. Has the pre-pressure for the 16 spike surge break. Run extremely high in the board right now, trying to find the out cycle. Able to find the immediate survival. Ooh, Effie has the SOS misdrop. Able to find the force surge. They now have a sustainable defensive tool at the top of the board, already being forced to break it. Run gonna break their mini surge on offense. Once again, neither pressure has access to lethal. Run being quite close to dying due to their own misdrops, but they are going to find the outs. And that 22 spike down stack will give them the warm-up. Can't see the gameplay? Unfortunately not. The warm-ups do not get shown. I don't think Star knows that Hugh doesn't stream warm-up. Sobbing. Oh, hi, Quote. Alright, our combatants are set, and oh my goodness, that is a staircase-type misdrop from Effie. Somehow able to find the immediate survival, but that follow-up is impossible. Run is going to take that first round pretty decisively. Effie is going to take the initial surge lead. Looking at their board state right now, I do not see the way this gets sustained. They're going to use this opportunity to cheese up Run. From the warm-up that y'all didn't see, and from this, what I'd say the real opening round, it seems that we're not going to see that much explosive gameplay from these players. In terms of how crazy the advantage state switches over. Alright, both players trying to play the surge game. Run gonna break first and immediately supplement that with a burst to try and compensate. The misdrop is going to extremely punish that decision. Trying to find their best down stack. And there's just no options there. Effie takes a second round. Effie's just gonna down stack all the way down to the floor. As the count to 4. They have a clean well, but unfortunately that is in column 9. So even if they had an out here, they're still gonna have to outcycle like crazy. And with no good options, Run is gonna tie this back up once again at 2-all. Run, once again, not able to play the surge game due to their own misdrops. Compromises their board state for ATSD. Able to find the immediate down stack, but Effie is surging at the bottom. There's no threats to break surge here. Get a really good well. It's the count to 4 for the well transfer once again. Risky mini TSS over the well. 31 spike, and plenty more where that came from. Not even necessary. Another decisive round from Effie. Going to be an SDPC spin from Effie. Run once again, unfortunately denied of the opening surge gambit. Run is going to be forced to break their surge defensively and put the eyepiece over the well. Any hope of access was swiftly crushed. And Effie's going to take a 2-point lead now. PCO from Run. Finally able to play for the opening surge gambit. Breaks pretty quickly. Effie was allowed to maintain, so it's not looking good for Run. They have a well all the way up to the sky, but with no access, they are going to have to die. Effie running away with the momentum. Wait, that was SDPC spin. Wait, no, that was stick spin versus SDPC. But Effie wasn't able to get any kind of meaningful pressure in time, so that C-spin is going to be enough to find lethal. SCPC spin comes out once again from Effie. Run does get the surge, and they are allowed to maintain it off start. This is finally the circumstances that Run has been looking for the entire set. Will it be to their benefit?
Oh.
Oh no!
It's unfortunate.
There you are.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Effie. Okay, starts off with a fractal. Runs first to break, but Effie, well, gonna maintain the surge real quick.
Very nice
good
burst.
down stack. Okay, one might be in trouble, doesn't have an eyepiece, gets the quad in time.
Run gets the perfect cue to find that down stack. The options are still limited.
Effie continues the pressure.
Extreme
Gets
surge
only
lead.
double-digit surge too.
who unfortunately
Really
don't really have much
anything
support
notable.
on their surge. Very nice down stack
Okay.
from Run. Makes it to the floor.
We're surviving, we're surviving.
Indeed.
We're approaching 1 minute, and yeah, Run's alive. Seems like Effie isn't able to get the kill within the first minute, so this might be an opportunity to Run to be able to take a point.
Ooh,
but
they don't
that
have options
garbage
here.
Q, just too much.
They don't have any 3-wide base pieces, so opening that well is impossible. It's gonna be a much harder fought round, but still a round for Effie. Oh, that eyepiece over well is very unfortunate for Effie. Still able to find the down stack. Run does not have subsequent kill pressure.
Doesn't have a follow-up, unfortunately. Effie with an awkward start, but still manages to recover. Run is just, well,
More from Effie.
receiving too much damage.
Run gonna break that surge immediately in attempts to cheese Effie. Unfortunately, is a fruitless endeavor.
Lots of
We have
clean.
another clean surge. Oh my god.
It's just spikes are flying everywhere.
Run is cycling Multiplier and Effie is cycling Surge. That is the game plan of these players right now. Run does have the counter for. Gonna be forced to use their Surge as a defensive tool.
Nice TSS to
Was
cancel.
required cancels. Maximum down
Feels a good
stack.
board state. Okay. Nice.
Effie does have support on the Surge, but not quite lethal immediately.
You spike from Effie, but Run just doesn't have enough cancel for that one line of garbage that causes it at that round.
PCO versus SDPC Classic. Not gonna go for the PC, gonna take some floats over it.
Yikes.
Run was not ready for that one. Very
That's the
beneficial
club,
first for Effie.
fortunately. Nice skim. Run with a short surge is going to aid them throughout this pressure that Effie is just giving. But unfortunately doesn't have enough line clears to be able to survive that, so now Effie goes in a 6-point lead, 3-9. With a very dominant play in the series.
Yep. Run does very well in the normal clean rallies, but the moment there's any amount of cheese on their board, that's where the difficulty starts to come through. The true test of downstacking prowess. And Effie gets the greatest well known to man. They will have the pre-pressure for the surge. It breaks with a 40. Run survives the initial, finds both eyepieces for the follow-up survival. No lethal quite yet, but Effie is starting to cycle once again.
Effie with a 10 surged. Oh dear.
10 surge for 10 points. That is match point Effie.
Run is... well... might be running up against the wall real quick. The response is now.
Very nice surge break from Run, putting a lot of cheese on Effie's board. Unfortunately, not a sufficient follow-up. There's even more
state
cheese.
is pretty good. Okay, it might take a bit of time for Effie to open this up. The Run as insufficient as the pressure. Effie does receive lots of clean, which does help them, like... enhance.
Misdrop from Effie, they're not allowed to take the teaspoon they were going for. Finds a separate one, able to combo through their entire well. The main threat has been dealt with, but the follow-up is
Round
coming
with a
through.
20 spike. Effie fumbling with the eyepiece, gets the down stack, has the survival. And just Run isn't able to get the kill. Effie... just... oh my god.
Effie cycling through all of their damage, extending the spike all the way to 35. That's gonna force Run to break their surge defensively.
With almost no options, managed to find the survival.
Effie had quite the
Link,
zone there. Doing a little bit of mech shape over it as well. Farming that surge.
Effie really likes that mech shape.
Oh, that's gonna go into C-spin! Amazing Effie, and
So
that is
explosive.
going to be the kill spike. Covering well, knowing they have the pressure to make that safe. The Gambit pays off, and that is the set. You'll be seeing Effie waiting in Grand Finals. And more of Run in Losers Finals.
Oh yeah, let me just bring up the bracket real quick. So, up next is Loser Semis.
Yep, we see the return of John Downsack and Nuclear Bread.
Hello. It's the Johnny pandemic.
I see.
Yep. Okay. Well, we're not gonna talk about the source of that, but yeah, this is the Johnny pandemic.
I have no idea what it is, and I'm just gonna stop it right there.
Yep.
Nuclear Bread saying they're ready for the no warm-up.
Going straight into this.
I wonder what kind of
Unless-
tricks they have up in their sleeve, because I believe that I did see a Tetra League match between these two players get streamed, and I believe Amber did take that quite decisively, so... Going in here with no warm-up is quite the ballsy endeavor.
Lots of bravery. That. Oh, never mind. Okay, John Downstep
Okay, yeah,
will
Amber
be
wants the
wanting
warm-up,
a
they want to
warm-up.
be sure. Unfortunately, the warm-up doesn't get streamed, so, get cooked, chat.
Actually, I think he might stream it.
Right point, left point.
Unless they don't show it. I mean, this time, hopefully.
Nah. What do you think this is? Oh my god, it is. No way.
Yep, they've gone and told. W production.
Okay, Nuclear Bread is able to find the 4-search threshold. Sacrificing their board state a little bit, but it means that it's not as bad
Not
as it
really
could.
agreeing with that board state. Oh, it's just over. Well, GG. Good
Very
job, John Downstack. With the Johnny manipulation and the opener faced.
Yeah, that SDPC spin goes crazy.
Yep, good luck, have fun for both players. We are here at Stratosphere. Loser
So true.
semis.
We are going to see the SDPC spin versus SDPC Classic. Unfortunately, Nuclear Bread gets their TPs a little bit too early for the maneuvers they were going for. Has a TSD afterwards. TST does get cancelled.
Just enough APM for them to survive that. John Downstack doesn't have a follow-up for that. But now they do. Oh my, that's a mishap for the eyepiece. It's a yikes.
The opening round
First
goes
point.
to John Downstep.
The first John. It's gonna be a copy paste then, you know.
That's column 7 for Amber. They're going to start hitting the jets, starting this APM. They're going to use the pre-pressure to supplement their surge.
It clear opens up the clean well, but unfortunately it immediately misdrops the OPs, which slows them down quite a bit past the
They do find
downstack,
the
but with lots of chase.
Nuclear Bread has been really good at finding these TSTs in the middle of their downstack. Unfortunately, it's not quite enough in the grand scheme of things, but It is helping quite a lot.
Yeah, in terms of APM, they really are matching Amber in terms of like their incoming damage whenever they need to be. What is that?
As an SP Smith drop, we're gonna try and do some surge fixes.
Might be an
Give them
all spin
the
setup
initial
real quick. Opens up that third column. Nuclear, which is maxing everything when it comes to APM. And might be misdrops too, but hey, John downstack gets the downstack. And yeah, stabilizing.
Very nice all-spin sequence from Nuclear Red. Gonna take us into the mech shape now. Oh, they're just gonna break that surge raw. Alright.
Yeah, a bit of an early surge break, but although John downstack doesn't have the downstack unfortunately, which gives
they get
Nuclear the
misdrop.
first point. Very well
Breaking the
played
surge
there.
with no support and then using the sustain afterwards rather than any kind of immediate spike isn't common, but it did end up working in Nuclear Red's case at this point. But Nuclear Red now doing, I think, what they're known best for, that LST. Now going to be having the APM advantage on Amber. It's going to be very short
Into a freestyle, but doesn't find any more surge. Okay. It's just digging. We're chill.
Amber wasn't able
John
to find
bounced
the
that.
PSD. Very high up in their board. Able to at least find the open well.
Nuclear still sending like lots of attack coming to Johnny.
Crackle
Let's
comes out
try
from
to-
Nuclear Red. They have the Shapey Shape afterwards, gonna keep stacking up that surge.
John downstack. Might be an IV's dependency, but the JP's misdrop affected Ward quite a
Nuclear Red
bit.
doesn't have any support for their surge, so they're not gonna find lethal. The disadvantage is going to be flipped on its head.
It's a piece too late with that one. Tom's out. Yeah, as you've said before, Nuclear is finding a lot of these TSDs. And back. Wait, did I just see an old clear?
Yes, you saw too. Amber is indeed looping in the big season 2.
Okay, Nuclear. It might be working. Lots of cheese.
Talk about the amount of cheese on Nuclear Red's board right now. We're able to get through it, but just a terrifying sight to see altogether.
Okay, gets the TSD a quad. Nice combo. Nice secrets actually. John Damstack has the short surge, keeps up the pressure. Nuclear doesn't have any line clears to open up that well. It's a very good play. The John plays.
Alright, LST versus SDPC spin. Amber is going to try and get that counter for the flawless well swap. They are successful.
Oh,
Nuclear Red,
yikes.
a victim of their own decisions right now, not able to open up that well. And that's going to be another opener victory for Amberdoodle.
Seems like the Johnny pandemic is still ongoing. Nuclear might have to find any other ways to mitigate this. John Damstack.
Pretty nice LST. Unfortunately for them, Amber is getting some pretty clean garbage. That is kind of what LSD does. They're not able to win the rally, forced to break their surge advantage. Able to find the immediate survival. Able to find
Okay,
the
nice.
sustained survival.
It's a good back and forth matchup between these two players.
They're right, able to find that 4 surge threshold, has the counter 4, has the well swaps, Shapey Shape at the ready. Breaks defensively, making sure they don't want to take any cheese.
This time, John with a John surge. Although a bit of awkward surge break there.
Yeah, Amber was having a little bit of a finesse issue there. They're just going to decide to break right then, not even attempt to complete what they were going for.
Yeah,
that's-
unfortunately,
helps out.
Nuclear wasn't able to, well, respond to that very well. Don't know what happened there. I might check the replay a bit. Okay, a bit of an old spinny board.
Yeah, Amber right now is trying to focus on the cancels above all else, which is really helping out for them because they do have that surge lead. They're allowed to get away with this kind of playstyle. They have the post pressure. Nuclear Bread, unfortunately, that is not a quad. I don't think it would have been enough anyway, but that is going to be a Brazil in the favor of Amberdoodle.
Get nucleared. Well, anyway, good place for Johnny Downstack.
Very interesting decisions for Nuclear Bread here. Able to find the maximum downstack. Amber finds another 4 surge.
Here comes the attacks. Okay, oh yikes.
Yeah, Nuclear Bread is currently just being a victim of their namesake, not being able to survive the fallout of their own misdrops.
They are getting nucleared each round, which is a bit ironic, but they're gonna get there. They're gonna get there. But the ZP's misdrop is not looking very hopeful.
Yeah, the same situation, different round.
2v1. Wants to be a nuclear, forced to be an artist.
Alright, very quick SCPC as per usual from Amber. Unfortunately, that is not an eye spin. That is not 4 wide from Amber. They're still able to find the 4 surge as a defensive tool. But this is the disadvantage of Doom and Despair. Able to find all the way down to the floor downstack. Trying to stay as low as possible to deal with the surge. Oh my, all clear! Amber just
mid-game
ult
there. The Johnny ult here. Oh, it might be greeting a bit too much for the TSS. Yeah.
Not quite greed, more so required, but still not able to find the cycle. This is going to be match point for Amberdoodle.
It's Johnny point. Nuclear after like 9 consecutive rounds. They had the advantage last round, but they weren't able to convert that into a win, and now up against the wall, John Downstack looks to take it all.
Ours.
Nuclear with a nice combo.
Oh, those
John
misdrops from
Downstack
Amber.
with the
Yeah, that
John
might be
misdrops.
when puts on.
Still at match point though. Well, if Nuclear wants this, they'll have to win 8 more to get into a tiebreaker.
9 more for the W.
John Downstack
Amber
with
is
his
not
joint
down at
striding.
all, and they're going to receive even more clean. And a pretty good well at that. Looking for access. Gonna use the post pressure of Surge rather than pre. And that will be enough for lethal.
John Downstack with a nuclear play sends the bread out of here. So it was very well played for Nuclear. Nice defense, but John Downstack just continues to John stride. The John stacking was too good.
It's so true.
Okay.
Amber is going to advance to our losers finals. It's not often you see seed 1 and 2 in losers finals, but yeah. Effie did do some crazy upsets against both of which, so
It's the classic FEFs.
they want this run back.
Okay. I'm curious if these two players have fought against each other before. Oh, they have.
I feel like it's inevitable at this point. There's no way they haven't.
Well,
But
actually,
I am a little scared for Run here. Because if they play as they had prior with all of those misdrops, then it might be looking kind of cooked. But if they are able to lock in here, then they most definitely have a shot. Those adaptations are going to have to come quick, and we're coming in on this hot streak. Alright, we will not be having a warm-up.
Straight into this. It's losers finals. Johnny downstack versus Run. Will Run be able to end the run of John's downstack, or will the John pandemic continue to the finals? Tune in on Twitch.
Oh no, those misdrops from Run! Maybe they needed the misdrop. I mean, maybe they needed the warm-up because these misdrops are going crazy.
Yep, might be running away with these misdrops too.
Yeah, that's a lot of cheese on both players' boards. I don't think either of them are going to be able to convert this into lethal.
Both players are just misdropping real quick. First round, Run takes it.
Down stack for Amberdoodle, and Run will be taking that first point.
A bit of a volatile start. Okay, what are these openers?
So Fractal with 6-3 from Run. Taking those all-spin signals to make sure they get a little bit of surge as well.
Both players surge. John's surge first to
Very
break.
nice spike from Run. Yeah, that burst is enough to even shake Amber to their core and take another point.
Getting back into this. Okay. Both players cast it for Run this time with the
Okay, that's
disadvantage.
pretty fun Run, but they are going to get away with it. Both players have surges.
Whoa. Nice
One
survival.
has a very, very impressive survival there.
John downstack, lots of clean, lots of material to send over.
Amberdoodle just cycling these 20 spikes, full matrices of boards just being flown to
Being
each
thrown
opponent.
back and forth. John downstack, ult spins.
Another 20 spike comes out from Amber, but it's not going to be enough. The follow-up needs to be there. Run has the eyepiece next, but not able to cycle. Amber is now on the board.
John with an impressive delivery back to back on those spikes. Run was on the receiving end of it.
Both players have the Force Surge. Amber,
Nice
very
fractal.
greedy Fractal, but that is an eyepiece over well. Any advantage they could have had is now nowhere to be seen. Gonna instantly break that Force Surge, and oh my goodness, Run gets hit with the zipper garbage of Doom and Despair. Luckily for them,
That's
Amber has
enough,
their own downsacks to deal with.
The L piece might slow them down a bit with that misdrop, though. It's Run. Nice short surge,
Definitely
delivers
not
lots of
quite
cheese.
where lethal is possible. Oh, that misdrop from Run, that's not a good time. Amber does have access to clean. Both eyepieces get burned on Run's side. Once again, cycles to eyepiece 1 away.
No line piece, no line clears for that.
So close yet so far. Tied
It's a
at
few
once
too
again.
many misdrops. Oh no,
Oh,
this
not
time
again.
too. It's a tragic sight.
At least able to
Okay.
open the well initially.
Okay, Run slowing down a bit. Irony of the name, but it is working. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Amber was not expecting that downstack spike. Upstacked a little bit too high with no bailout options. Run will be taking the lead back.
Johnny downstack. Wasn't expecting Run to walk.
Oh no, another misdrop comes out from Run. They're not going to be reaching the Force Surge as fast as they would want to. Actually, not going to be reaching the Force Surge at all.
No,
Well
not
covered
any
once again.
stim. There's no openness for that. Let's try again. Oh, clear.
From Amber, looking for the DPC. I think they ended up misdropping it. Gonna have to take some creative all-spin fixes instead. Almost a threat on their life, but they are able to find the immediate survival. Looking to open their well. Run able to out to 4. But Amber's gonna take it all very greedily, and they will be punished.
Yeah, as much as Run was able to take that round, I feel like the form is slipping quite a bit. A bit too much with the misdrops.
Oh, 100%. This was happening in the winner's final set as well.
Yeah, the fatigue might be setting in. As evident by that. We'll see, we'll see. We'll see how things will turn out. Bit too reminiscent.
From Amber gets the color clear just for swag. Run has the post pressure to supplement their surge, expends the spike all the way down to 25. Unfortunately, they're well spawned in one of two places where they don't have immediate access. 20% chance for the pressure to end, and they are going to hit those odds.
John down stack. Stable board state. Run
Very
together.
nice line from Run. Not having to slow down at all when it comes to their pressure. They are going to be forced to break this surge defensively, though.
Didn't? Well, yeah. It's gonna be utilized offensively, unfortunately. As John downstack steals away the surge. Counts to 10. Might break soon, though.
Yeah, looks like they have nothing clean here. Gonna try to cheese up Run. They get zippered, but they are going to find the maximum downstack.
Okay. John APM. Okay, completely matching Run.
Ooh, Amber's in the 6-3.
6-3 stack. It might not last for long.
Oh, they don't get the 4 surge.
Just to compensate. Gets the quad in time. Run with a surge, well. Short surges. John
And we're
spike,
once again
however.
getting another full matrix at Run. Really, really effective with these spikes. Not able to find lethal, but they're going to make Run work to survive. STSD.
STSD. 22 spike.
That is
Lots
so
of
much
cheese.
food for Amber.
Have to get over to this right now.
John Downstack is going to have to do the best to live up to their namesake right now, and unfortunately they do not have the cycling in time. Run is able to maintain this lead. Very impressive stuff given the situation.
Yeah. Fortunately, Johnny downstack. That wasn't Johnny certified for me.
Oh, are you handing out the certifications here? Is that what's happening?
Yep. We're investigating, okay? After that last round, we're gonna try and see if the certificate is, well, forged. Seems like it.
Oh my, Run with this
is
single
just
throw of
surviving
this
that.
line.
Hello, that is a
Barely
crime.
able on that next piece. Amber does not find lethal.
Follow up for that. Run, however, runs with a 6 surge. Does yield results. 4 to 6. Okay, mid-game thoughts. Well, John downstack has the downstacks. Just has to make them count.
Right? Late season from Run. Going to be adequate cancels. Unfortunately, they are in column 2, so that surge will be broken without lethal pressure.
It's material for John.
Run is not going to greed for the counter 4, and that is going to be a life-saving decision. John Downstack trying to do their best to cheese up Run. A fruitless endeavor.
Ooh, nice short surge. Hun, yeah. Good play. Good downstack. Good John downstack. Takes the point back. I mean, a point back.
It seems right now that Amber has a lot of control over their play, but who has control over the set is if Run is misdropping or not. I think that's what's happening right now. If Run doesn't misdrop, Amber's gonna have to work a lot harder than they have been, and right now it doesn't really seem to be in the cards due to the way they're playing.
need to have Ron high roll if Ron wants this to have to be a dominant match for them to favor. Oh, nice combo. The John downstack has the downstack. Comes in with a counter spike, ties up the series. Wow, a bit of intel from chat.
Ooh, they're
They
going
are
to use poker face
X-Players.
canceling to make sure they don't have to worry about any kind of garbage on this SDPC spin. Unfortunately, having to waste the first TPs on their STSD build. Not able to find max multiplier, but that is going to be a lot of cheese for Run, getting that pseudo secret grade garbage. You can see maximum down stack, 9 combo all the way down to the floor. If there is more pressure where that came from.
STSD. Oh, okay, both players are in
Players actually have a big surge.
Surge battle. John Surge, first break. Run.
Ooh, Run,
in a bit
but
of an
it needs
awkward
it.
state.
There was indeed a follow-up for Amber, who is currently cycling yet another big surge.
There goes the surge. Delivery
Down stack.
might be on non-existent. Lots of clean over to Run's side.
I think Run right now is fitting the John Downstack title more than John Downstack is right now. John Downstack
Yeah.
is more so John Pressure.
And then John misdrops. There goes the Picasso. 6. Okay. Well, Run takes the lead.
I'll say it. 6-7.
No! No!
We do have a quota to hit, or at least I do, so thank you.
Oh. There goes my morning.
Another 20 spike comes out from Amber. They're gonna have the 13 afterwards. Not going to be quite lethal.
Run counts to 4.
I very much like that pivot out of the decision from Amber to take that count to 4. They're going to be rewarded with a much better board state. Completely ready for all of the pressure that Run was planning.
Oh,
Oh my.
that's where the break was planned, but it does work kind of.
Wait,
Oh.
Run does not extend the combo. That would have been even more cheese on downstack scores, so now they at least have a lot more time to work with.
Might be running out of time. As Run gonna maintain this lead into their favor. I don't think John Downstack has taken the lead yet in the series. Not that I think. A bit demoralizing, but we have to play either way.
Very nice wall transfers from Run, able to keep the... I shouldn't have said anything, my bad. Amber
The, the curse has been... it's been applied. John Downstack looks to be reminiscent of a forward. Hello? That what?
Wait, what? So what?
Okay. Riveting gameplay.
I don't even know how to describe what just happened in that round. We are going to be seeing the matchup as old as time. SDPC spin versus stick spin. Amber looking for the maximum down stack. Unfortunately not able to find the multiplier. Actually, it might have been better that they didn't. Do not send Run even more clean to work with.
John Downstack. Might be John in trouble. Okay, there's a good one. Oh,
Ooh, Amber just barely able to get that cycle in time.
just in time.
Run is
Yeah.
not in a good spot, and that SP's misdrop is going to be nailed in the coffin. Amber is keeping this close, keeping it tied, but not able to take the lead.
Yeah, very unfortunate. Unfortunate for John Downstack. Run is, well... They are in a 2v1.
So
Okay.
Amber has finally taken the lead. They have been playing to be in the position to take advantage anytime Run misdrops. And it's finally
Run-
happened.
Run just trips over the misdrops, and now they're giving over the point lead in this series, and now they're just... Well, I don't want to say it, but they're not just walking.
It's match point for Amber Doodle. They have been waiting the entire set for this opportunity where they can finally take the momentum they so desire. We're gonna see delayed C-spins from both players. Amber's gonna block this one out. They have the Goodwill, but unfortunately they're not gonna force Run to break. Never mind, they forced Run to break, and now the advantage is fully in Amber Doodle's favor.
The advantage might not last for long, though. However, it depends on Run if they're able to play this game efficiently without the misdrops. Gets the counter for
5. Does it once again, gets the expert well transfer.
It's a search battle between these two players. John downstack.
He's a post pressure, and that is going to force the break out of Run. Gonna equalize the game here.
Stabilizing, but it might not last. Okay, Run. Well, taking their time now. Seeing as the John downstack is
just dropping right now. You can see
Yep.
it in the slowdown. And we're just
So now-
looking for that opportunity to close out the set. Yet Run's not gonna make it easy.
Playing a bit more careful now. Now that John downstack
Ooh,
is
the
in
maximum
match.
spike
I
special
don't.
from Amber Doodle!
If it gets downstack,
Run
oh wait, the
with
survival!
excellent cycling! Honestly, probably the most impressive survival of this entire event right there.
No hesitation
Run
whatsoever.
alive. Given the amount of hesitations we've seen from Run in this entire set, the fact that that is a situation where they lock in is insane.
They're able to take a point. But still, they're not out of the woods yet. Run
Might
has...
be seeing a tiebreaker here. I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, if this goes on at
It's
this
on
rate...
100% in the cards. The late C-spin comes out from both players. Run gets the
What's the
better
material?
well.
It's a sensible for one. Let's see be able to convert this into a very big spike.
That is
It
called
looks-
garbage. They get zippered. Able to find the well.
John downstack.
And Run is
Big.
going to break the moment Amber is in that full eyepiece dependency. The tiebreaker is upon us.
Run looks to end the John pandemic here in this series, currently in the tiebreaker. Despite a few misdrops before in the couple rounds, it seems that they're able to maintain their composure now.
Both players have surges. Amber's is better, but it will be forced to break defensively. Run at the bottom of the board, absolutely no threats thus far.
Counts to 4. Well, counts
Ooh,
to
those
6.
hesitations from Run. They're gonna give Amber all the time in the world to get this advantage. Or are they able to convert this into a kill, though? It's not gonna be that easy.
It's enough APM to cancel lots of
Oh, that's
damage.
extremely greedy from Amber. They are able to find the eyepieces in time.
Lots of material.
Run is so dependent! They don't have the cycle!
Doesn't have the right pieces at the end. And Run ends their run in this lower finals. John
And
Downstack
Andrew-
will be proceeding to the grand finals.
Yeah, both of these players fighting their absolute heart out for this run back, and Amber is going to take that privilege, making it back to grand finals. Valiant effort from Run, like actually.
Yeah, especially with that survival at the last few rounds too, it was quite a sight to see. Unfortunately, the misdrops were a bit too much. They're bringing them down. But yes, it was very well played. We'll see Run next week, that's for sure. But this time, it's the Johnny Pandemic versus Effie.
So chat, if we don't see Run next week, it is all Quote's fault. If we don't see Run next week, it is all Quote's fault.
Nah, I don't have too much stuff in my life. Hmm. Yeah, I'm gonna rephrase that real quick. You might see them in the next tournament that they participate. Okay. Setting up. We're just gonna be waiting. And waiting. And waiting. And waiting. Okay, we go. Do we want to do a Do we wanna do an intro for the grand finals or
The floor is yours.
nah? No, I'm too self-conscious now. John Downstack refuses the warm-up, although Effie, well, yes. They want the warm-up.
I mean, it makes sense. Amber is on a hot streak right now. They want to try and leverage that as much as possible. Effie, on the other hand, they've been sitting here cold for a while, so...
Yeah.
Gonna take that opportunity while they have it.
I have to heat things up to get things going, just to make sure the skills are well refined. Okay, going into the warm-up. Is it shown? It's shown, let's go. Oh, never mind. No warm-up, okay. I've been scammed.
Okay.
We're straight into this, actually. Now Effie looking a little weak for her.
Amber just doesn't have the pressure right now, though. This is what happens when you're starved with clean. You've got to make the damage yourself, and it is easier said than done. Effie is able to make it all the way down. Misdrops the LP, so any kind of advantage they could have had from that maneuver is completely mitigated. And Amber was ready with that punish. Opening round goes to
Lost
Amber.
the moment they misdropped those two pieces. Okay, well, John Downstack gets the first point. In this first
Oh my
11 grand finals, Effie is, well,
Effie's
doing
board
Effie
looking like
things.
a watercolor painting. Amberdoodle's just gonna go ahead and stain that canvas real quick, take that second opening point, you know? Or a second point
bars.
of momentum.
Holy crap. Bit too brutal. Well, I would say it is the Effie special. It does work
It's
out.
the
in the
Effie
end.
special?
It's the Effie special, okay?
I see.
It's part of the process. Trust. It's gonna be a movie. On downstack with lots of cheese, has to go through it. Nice downstack. Might not be a fraud. Okay, Effie. Well, a bit of an awkward board state.
I think that was all perfect decision making from Effie on that down stack. Holy moly.
Yep.
Oh no, the
Could be. Well,
And then the eyepiece misdrop, yeah, all the options exhausted. The opening momentum is still in the favor of Amberdoodle. It has not fizzled out quite yet. Effie's gonna have to lock in and lock in quickly.
Yep. Nothing.
They cannot allow this
free.
streak to continue.
You don't want to be under a deficit of match points.
Ooh, eyepiece misdrop from Effie! And
But right
they
now,
do
I
not
think
have
they need a
cycle.
moment to, well, gather themselves fully. Effie.
Now I feel bad. Effie
Doesn't-
getting scammed out of the warm-up is actually starting to become a problem.
Yeah. I myself thought it was going to a warm-up, but just going in here. The all clear. Okay. A way to rub the salt in the
Effie
wound.
able
but-
to extend their spike all the way to 33, but it's not going to be the lethal that they're looking for. Trying to transfer their well in the best position possible. That's so much cheese on Amber's board, and Effie is finally going to be taking that point.
Okay, Effie. Starting things up. Might be a bit too late. Might be 4 rounds late, but we're starting.
The momentum is gone, but the damage is done. Effie is now on repair duty.
Yep.
What? Of
On
course
that-
Amber gets a perfect well. Amazing donation afterwards. Forecasts another one. Effie does have donations of similar magnitude, though, able to extend their spike all the way to
Oh, okay.
29, but it's not quite lethal. Amber able to access their well, but it is in column 9, so it's not as efficient as they would want it to be. They just don't have the pressure. Column 9 to column 2! The gods of fossil fuel stacking are smiling on Amber, while they are currently just in despair.
The John RNG.
27 spike from Effie, giving Amber a taste of their own medicine,
This
cycling these
time-
whole matrices of spike pressure. And the momentum has actually switched over.
He does. John Downstack. despite the RNG in their favor, been able to capitalize on it. Okay, well, seems like Effie is back to the schedule.
Okay,
Actually-
16 versus 18 spikes there. Very, very close. And Amber is going to be not on the good end of this. that's
Damn!
for sure.
Okay, we're taking it back. Effie keeping it closed. Takes 3 points back after that 4 consecutive loss. And we're misdropping.
Effie is going to misdrop that TKI. Oh my. Are we
The
going to see
all
an
clear.
all-clear kill in the big
An
season
all
2?
clear
No
win!
shot.
Hello!
What game are we playing?
This can't be.
The thing is,
season
Amber
2.
had
This
another
can't
one
be-
too.
Let's check the patch notes, okay? Okay, I mean, John Downsack with the John misdrop opens up the well in time. Okay, we're back in here. Effie with the lead, though it doesn't last for long. Both players stabilizing. Whatever we have witnessed, it is an all-clear win. Let's see how many wins we'll see about that one.
That is a lot of misdropping from Effie. Look at all of that cheese as well. This is a very, very
might
poor
include-
situation.
Might have to include self-made cheese for that one.
Self-made cheese and forced cheese. Did you see their garbage?
Yeah, it was just a cheese race at that point. Okay, Effie in the opener phase, early break, but
Alright, Effie hitting Amber taste their own medicine, getting the all clear, getting the perfect garbage as well. The whole shebang.
Vengeance up in the horizon. Effie looks for the strike. 20 lines in queue, and it's enough to Johnny Dowsack to be Johnny no more. 4 to 6. Let's go. You can do it, Effie.
Alright, we're gonna see a C-Spin versus Surge Machine right here. A little bit of mech shaping from Effie, canceling all of the incoming pressure. And that's gonna be a lot of cheese they just put on the Ambrutal's board.
Lots of damage.
Unfortunately, they're gonna be misdropping and covering this
A
one
lot of
repeatedly.
damage to their board. Might be in trouble, but manages to recover smoothly. Striding with this APM. John Downstack, nice survival, has the surge.
And Effie having to deal with the finesse error there, which is gonna give Amber even more time to keep stacking up this pressure. Effie's trying to get some pretty good well transfers, not able to do so with back-to-back, trying to circumvent that right now. Able to find the force surge, but that misdrop chain is not looking good. Goes for the ice spin, but that's just not real. And Amber does have the punish at the ready, bringing us to a Cadigan special.
Things are, well, getting heated up. This might be the warm-up match that Effie was looking for, but I don't think they would prefer it to be like 3 points down currently.
It's literally just the opening momentum from Amber that's put us in the situation right now.
Yeah. The John Pandemic is in session. Effie, the last hope to ever cancel it. Okay, we're going back in here.
Gets the immediate well access. Very greedy TSS right now. They are able to find the cycling in time.
John Downstack
And
has
is going to be
fully wide.
forced to break the surge. There's no way they cycle that TPs. Okay, they do, but at what cost? Look at the board state. You better believe Effie has the punish at the ready, and yeah, there's just no options from there.
Would it be criminal if John Downstack was able to survive that, but fortunately, Effie punches back, takes a point back, and we're going in here with an all clear. It seems like all clears are very common in the current finals here.
These players really just trying to one-up each other. Effie currently putting the Effie in efficiency right now. With the 4 PPS 240 stat line. Oh my goodness, you love to see it.
Oh no. Please don't. Not again.
6, 7.
No! What kind of generation? It's another all clear, okay. Like
Very
to take
nice
the rest
donation from Amber there. Unfortunately, the missed drops afterwards, plus all the cheese on the down stack, means that the options are completely exhausted, and we're tied at 7-all.
Call them John Misdrops too. Johnny Misdrops.
Is every single decision by Amber just gonna be supplemented with John something? Is that what's
Yep.
happening? Alright.
That's currently this theme here. John
Alright,
down
John
stack,
6-3 is John surging right now, and they just got John 8 points. Yep, let's go.
Effie didn't really do anything at that round. Well, they did a lot of misdrops, but yeah, good job for John Downstack to
Got an SDPC
drop
spin here?
punishment.
Okay. Honestly, I gotta admire the confidence to SDPC spin mirror Amber. And the fact that it's gonna work out too, because Amber is misdropping like crazy.
some garbage. I don't think there's any souls for that.
Maximum
run out
down
of
stack
time.
is still not enough. Tied up once again at 8-all. A reset is in the cards.
It is a very close matchup between these two players.
Another all clear from Amber. Unfortunately not able to find the extra PC. Both players are gonna find the surges. Amber breaks first. Effie's low enough to where there's not too many threats possible that can break their surge outside of their own free will.
Effie strides with a 34 spike, but it wasn't enough to kill.
Once again, not necessarily breaking, but because it's optimal, but because it just feels nicer with the spike.
It is efficient, I'll give you that.
Alright, both players hitting that surge once again. Amber with an extremely
Nice
greedy count to 4. They will be rewarded with some nice canceling.
Finally, Effie takes the point back and takes the lead. John Downstack. Fucking dire, but we're still in this. Coming it back. Okay. Okay. Yep. That happened.
Insane
Nothing to
stat
see here,
line from
folks.
Amber right there.
Nothing to see here. Cut the tape.
Cut the tape.
That was not a clip. That was not a clip. I repeat. Okay. John Downstack has the Downstack. Not anymore.
I don't know about that one. That's match point Effie. We might not be
Consider
seeing the reset. That's match point for the Curson playing from winner's side. Amber.
Huge turn of events.
And the going gets
Effie.
tough. They're not even gonna SDPC spin. SDPC Classic is what they're gonna fall back on. Trying to mix it up for the final round. Both players at 6 surge. Amber's wondering if they're allowed to keep it or not. They're gonna decide the latter. They have a pretty nice well. Trying to get the well transfer. Effie's gonna make it there first, which is gonna put Amber in a not so good situation. 26 spike, 27 spike comes out from Effie, cycling into
Not
another
looking good
16.
right now.
The pressure
the
is
survival.
elite.
Has this Downstack,
24
John
spike from the
lives.
top.
and it's a Tribreaker.
Humming breaker for our grand finals. Does it end here or do we run it back?
It is the Humming Breaker.
There it is. The SCPC spin comes out from Amber Noodle. They have the tank as well.
Will it be the pandemic today?
Oh my, the
Will
reversal!
Effie come out on top. No
Amber Noodle
pieces
sends
inside.
such an insane spike, and then Effie says, I'll do you one better.
Get the OPs for John Downstack. They fall in this grand finals as Effie will be a winner for the Stratosphere. Good job on canceling the pandemic.
Oh my god. GG's, what a valiant effort from both. We've seen multiple humming breakers this event. That's amazing to see.
Yeah,
Effie saying, I defeated the 6-7 curse. Congratulations.
good job. And I have to give it for Amber. They played very well in this tournament.
Oh, yeah. I think,
Up until, like, grand finals, like...
not even up until Grand Finals, even during Grand Finals. I think Amber had, like, the most, consistent playstyle in terms of reaching their potential. I think Amber was playing very well for most of this event, and they did take advantage of their opponent's mistakes, but once again, it's just kind of They weren't really the decision maker in who won. They were kind of just a wall that needed to be crossed, and that is exactly what happened.
Yeah, FA did wait for a bit of a quite a while in the upper bracket since they didn't really go through the lower bracket as much as John Downstack. Now, we're gonna that concludes our Stratosphere. See unless we see the bracket.
I believe we have some ad reads to do before we end
Yep,
out.
we have a couple promotions we have to run before we end the stream. So yeah, I am getting ads on my Twitch, so it's well, the budget isn't quite there, but I give it a 30 seconds.
Any primers?
Any primers in chat?
Oh my god.
Any viewers that like to support our organization could donate with the link. Okay, there we go.
If you want to support Hummingbird Nest, drop another 5. But first, it's time for a fuzzy spin.
Oh, okay. They didn't change the promotion out yet. Okay. Okay, where's the script? Where's the script? Oh god.
Where's the script?
Where's the script? Okay, talking points. Okay, fuzzy spin. It's gonna be happening the 4th of April at 11 a.m. UTC. Important thing to note, it is after daylight shift. The first round will be quick play 2 mods, but okay, first things first, it is a gimmick Tetrio tournament, as with the name Fudgy Spin. We have, actually gestrous maps? Okay. Actually take this one. You know what? Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it myself. Okay, we have 4 rounds. Again, we're running it back. First round, quick play 2 random mods. The second round will be gesture maps downstacks. And the third round will be Tetris puzzles. The example given is like find attacks, like TSD quads, like what is the most optimal and efficient play. And finally, the 4th round is guess the TR. It is quite an interesting round, so you might guess someone to be an SS, but in reality it is like they're X plus.
It did literally happen in this chat. Somebody did pull up and ask if these players with SS, so
yeah,
I think this is going to be very interesting. Tetris puzzles, that reminds me of the 2-wide rush puzzles. If any of you are familiar with that website, it's absolute cinema. Jester's map down stacks, love to see the return of that. And then Quick Play 2, I love to see the Quick Play 2 events happening. I believe all we've had thus far is like Chase to the Top and some very select events in like, or select side events for lands. So very glad we're seeing some more online support for that. But yeah, no eliminations. So you're just out here to have some fun. If you win, you get supporters, so go for it.
Fun tournament. If you want supporter, join the tournament. If you don't, then don't. Okay, so where's this fuzzy spin wheel? Does the host have it ready, or okay, anyway, so someone send the link in chat for the Discord for anyone that is interested to register for Fudgy Spin Cup. So the graphics will be updated. I am within that. I did make a couple of concept art for that. But anyway.
A reminder that at least for, I'm not sure if this is the whole tournament, or if it's just for round 1, but you do have to unlock all the quick play mods in order to participate, since the first round is going to be quick play 2 random mods. So as long as you've done that, completely open tournament. So pull up. Yeah, well, a bit of a misleading advertising, but you do if you have already unlocked every quick play mod. Most importantly, it is normal quick play mods. You don't have to unlock the 30k. Yeah, you don't need reverse mods, just normal ones. If you have a floor 10, you're fine. Yeah. But there is the Discord link if you want to go ahead and participate in this event. Go over there to register. Yep, mark your calendars. April 4th. It happens on a weekend, so I think you guys have some time. Maybe. Okay. It is 11 a.m. UTC. After
daylight shift, so be sure to note that. Okay, what's next on the promotion?
I think we have a small idea on what's next. Those
Yeah,
with
okay.
keen eyes, if you've been there
Currently
in other
we are
events.
having a bit of a technical difficulty on OBS, so we aren't able to show the wheel just yet.
Oh, no.
Yep. Are we continuing or? Okay, there we go. Yep. For those who are interested to join the Fuzzy Spin Cup, you can join in the Discord server where Fuzzy is.
Alright, there it is. It's
Okay,
Iris
doing Iris.
time! Iris for Sweet Dreams. Another gimmick event from yours truly, Hummingbird Nest. Love to see it. Fundraiser for Twirl to the World. As the title says so, it is our 4th iteration of Iris. So the gimmick is
Yes.
limited pass-through but playable. Which is...
Playable. Keyword. Keyword
For those of you
playable.
who were like around for when like pass-through was a thing,
Yep.
we found a way
was
to
a
make
thing.
it fun. We found a way to make it fun. Take my word for it. And if you don't have fun, you can blame me. But it's absolutely insane. I love this.
Would you like to say that it's fun-sized play?
It's
Fun-sized
so true.
pass-through?
Keeping the snack theme.
Yep.
And it is going to be a standard double elim format. First of 5 for pools and first of 7 for top 8. So register is pretty normal. Go ahead and join the Discord server for all of that.
Are we showing the keychains or?
Are we showing the keychains? The Haven keychains are lit. I personally have one, so
Yeah.
I'm gonna show that to my heart's content.
Okay, if you guys are interested to join the Iris tournament, we currently have a lot of players registered currently in the registrations. Kindly join in our Discord server of
keychains!
Hummingbird Nest. Oh, okay, there we go.
Keychains! We're just adding suspense right now. It'll be fixed shortly, but yes, these keychains are about 10 USD each, so not that
Currently,
expensive for most people.
$5 for shipping if it's local, but for international shipping, it is $10, which is if you're interested, you can go into our Discord server and check out Iris info. There we go. We have. That looks good. Now, I've been considering to buy this actually.
Getting confirmation that all keychain purchases are going towards the charity.
Yep. The Iris 4 is doing a fundraiser for Twirl to the World. So all donations will be going into the fundraiser, and you can check our donations for, well, financial stuff for Hummingbird. It's in the Discord, so come join us. It will be a fun it will be a fun tournament.
So, is
Oh,
that
wait,
it or is
wait.
it raid target time? Because we
Wait,
have
I think
quite a few right now.
do we have like I think there's badges here, right? No, there's no badges.
Is it?
I'm lost. Anyway, it's time
Wait,
for
wait,
the
wait.
fuzzy wheel. Fuzzy wheel.
We will be seeing the fuzzy wheel. Let's freaking go. You will not be starved of your fuzzy wheel.
Okay, we don't have badges. Where have I seen badges before? Oh, it may maybe a different tournament. Okay. It's a green screen. Okay, this is the fuzzy wheel. Look at that. You see fuzzy.
For those who remembered, it is indeed random quick play mods for our round 1. So this is going to be the wheel that decides what mods you will be playing, and that's going to be lit. Let's freaking go! All spin! That's my
All
goal
spin.
right there!
My goat? Are you sure?
My goal right there, all spin! You know me,
spin.
#1 Warlock main, 100%. Yep, no, and no one else. No one else. Yep, it's just me.
No, okay. Might have to fact check that one, but yeah. So this is how it works. This is the wheel. You have to spin. So if you get a quick play mod that you aren't good at, so that is all RNG. It's not rigged. And we're spinning it again. Let's see what I'll get, theoretically, or hypothetically. It's expert. Okay. Changed my mind, this is rigged.
No, it's,
This is
it's completely
all-
normal. It's completely fine. It's fine. It's fine.
This is all the wheel of
Not rigged at
names.
all.
Okay. As I get rage baited by a wheel of names, I think that's all for like promotions. Okay.
Okay, for raid targets, I see Flower on Tetrio. We can go from event to event. Taz America's live right now. I see Zach on TC. I see Muke. We have a lot of options right now.
Lots of
So-
options. Any channel point users who'd like to choose who we raid? Never
Alright,
mind.
we're going to
Okay,
Nuke.
we're raiding. Alright. Doesn't say. It's Muki. UK underscore.
Thank you all for
I'm
coming
so
out,
tired.
but it's time to skedaddle. Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks for tuning in. Thanks. Oh, okay, there we go. You've rated. You can end.